Hello beautiful people, good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anita, a nursing student of Nearest University in Cyprus. Yeah guys, so in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you 5 steps in which you can navigate through nursing school. And these 5 steps have helped me a lot here in nursing school. And not just for those studying nursing, it can help you so long as you're a student. Okay, just go through these 5 steps and you're going to see yourself performing extremely well in your academics, okay? So what are these 5 steps? These 5 steps is called, in short, PRESS. Yeah, P which stands for prayer. You cannot overemphasize the power of prayer. Prayer is so powerful. Be you a Christian, be you a Muslim, you should not ignore the God factor in your life. God has to be first in everything you do, most especially your academics, so long as you're a student. Yeah, before you go for your morning lectures or your afternoon lectures, you should always commit your lectures into God's hands. Commit your lecturer into God's hands. Tell God that, "Hey Lord, as I'm about going for my lectures this morning or this afternoon, help me to be able to assimilate every bit of what the lecturer is saying. And while the lecturer is lecturing in class, grant me that wisdom to be able to jot down important details, important things, or to note down important things that will likely come out in the examination hall." And God is very good at answering prayers, so long as we involve Him in everything we do. Also, maybe when you're about studying, always pray to God, "God, please, while I'm about studying my books, help me to be able to read and assimilate, and help me to retain the knowledge which I've gained. Don't allow me to lose focus," because most of the times we are distracted easily. We say we want to study, but maybe little things can just distract us and then we lose focus. That is the major reason why before you do anything, as a student, always put that God factor, always put at the back of your mind that God is my number one. I cannot study on my own and achieve success without God. And this has really helped me a lot. I remember most often times whenever I come back from maybe a long hour of lecture, or maybe I go to work and I come back home tired, most of the times, guys, I try to study at the middle of the night. And when I put on my alarm to study at middle of the night, I find my body so weak to get up from bed. I'll be so tired and I will not want to stand up from the bed. So what did I inculcate the next time? I had to include the God factor. I had to always talk to God before I sleep. "Please, Father, I'm about to go to bed." Of which, as at this point, I'm so tired to study, but I want to wake up in the middle of the night to study. "Please wake me up. Once my alarm is ringing, don't make me to turn off that alarm. Wake me up so that I can study my books." And like magic, guys, it works for me. It works for me. You can try that yourself. You can try that. If you want to wake up at the middle of the night to study, you can ask the Holy Spirit to wake you up, and He's going to do justice to that, okay? So always make sure to put God first in everything you do, most especially your academics, if you want to achieve success in your academic life, okay? And the second on my list, which is arrow, says read your book like never before. There is adage I knew from my secondary school days. It says, pray like you have never read your books and read like you've never prayed to God. I don't know if you guys know what I mean. Like, pray to God as if you've not even opened your book, and also read your books like you've not even prayed to God at all. Always try to read whenever you find the time to read, especially you're a kind of person like me that goes to work. I'm going to share my own personal experiences with you, how it has helped me to perform extremely well in my academics, okay? I'm this person that don't have the maximum amount of time on my hand, okay? I'm this person that studies and work. You've heard me say this a countless number of times in my video, and that's because I just want to encourage people that are also working and studying. It's really not easy. I will tell you guys, it's not easy to work and to study. It's not easy. It is draining, it is stressful, it is tiring, but still you act like I will still fall back to God. You always need to ask God to help you to navigate through all of these, okay? Tell God to help you to balance everything. So why am I saying you should read always? In the sense that, for example, someone like me that goes to work almost all the time, maybe from school I go to work, and I don't have the time to study during the day, okay? What do? While I'm in the school bus, maybe going to school, or in the bus going to work, I bring out my phone and I begin to study. If I'm standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus to come pick me up, I am studying my books. If I'm less busy at work doing nothing, I am studying my book. Whatsoever little amount of time I find, because most of my mates most often time go to the library to study their books. but I don't have that amount of time to go to the library to study my books, okay? So I try to make out time to make sure that whatever little time, no matter how little it is, I make sure to bring out my phone to study my books. So that's why I'm advising you, read always. So the third on my list is E, which is eat. Eat. Like, don't punish yourself because you are studying. Most often times, some people go to the library and they are studying for hours and they are not eating. I mean, it doesn't help at all. I remember when I was undergoing my first degree in Nigeria. I remember that period. I had a lot of time on my hands, so I would always go to the library to study that period. So I remember I do punish myself. I'm going to the library to study and I'm studying for hours. Anita is not eating. Like, no. It's not gonna help you. Don't do like me. That was then, but now I've gotten wiser. While you are studying, your body needs energy. Your brain needs glucose. You cannot study and not eat. I mean, how is your brain going to retain every bit of what you are studying? While you are studying, you should know that your brain is working itself hard to accommodate all the details that you are pushing into your memory, okay? So it needs glucose to survive. If you keep studying and you don't eat your book, I mean, you're going to drain the brain out. While you're studying, make out time to eat something, no matter how little, so long as it contains glucose. It helps your brain become smarter. It helps your brain work harder to be able to assimilate all the things you are putting into it, okay? Don't drain yourself because you are studying. Don't punish yourself because you are studying. While you are studying, excuse yourself. Go and have your lunch. Go and have your breakfast. Just excuse yourself and eat something. You don't have to punish yourself. Neither should you punish your brain. Don't overwork your brain. Eat while you are studying, okay? Then the fourth on my list, which is S, stands for start on time to study. If you're the kind of person that studies like 1 week before examination, don't do that anymore. Like, just stop doing that. If you want to achieve A's in all of your courses or in most of your courses, start early to study. Like, the very first day that lecture begins, start that day to start studying. Don't compile or wait or say, there is still time. Exam is still in 2 months' time, it's still in 3 months' time. Don't do that. The very first day lecture begins, that's when study should begin for you, okay? Of course, you all know that the brain is made up of 2 parts, which is the long-term memory and the short-term memory. If you, like for example, if you're trying to study now, know that whatever information you're taking into your brain is going into your short-term memory. But if you continually begin to study that, by so doing, gradually, the information gets into the long-term memory and then it retains there and sticks there for a very long period of time. That's why it's no good you cram. Because if you cram your books, your brain is just going to take in that information for that period of time and it's going into the short-term memory. It's not going to the long-term memory. And any information that goes into short-term memory is not going to last long. That is the reason why most times if you go into the examination hall, you're feeling that you've crammed everything you're supposed to cram, you tend to forget them. And you don't know what to write in the examination hall. That is the major reason why you should always start on time to study your books. Start early to study. Don't wait till it's 2 weeks to exam. 1 week to exam is dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. Start early, and by so doing, you are going to see yourself come out in flying colors. This is one thing that has helped me in my academics. Yes, the fifth and the final letter on my list, which is S, stands for making use of the social media handles. Do not downplay the power of social media, in the sense that if there is a course you're finding it very difficult to understand, you can always browse on Google. You can make Google your friend. You can make Google your reading partner. Yes, it has helped me a lot. Most often times, if there is a particular course I don't understand, I go to Google and I ask Google some certain questions. If Google is not giving me the information I need, I go to YouTube. YouTube is, me and YouTube, we are 5 and 6 like this. Like, YouTube gives me videos of what that topic is talking about, and I understand better watching it via YouTube. For example, if I'm studying anatomy as a course and I don't understand the anatomy of the human body, I go on YouTube and I watch videos about the anatomy of the human body. By so doing, I'm learning better. Every information is retaining into my brain faster, easily. I don't really have to stress myself to start memorizing all those big names. YouTube helps me to break down everything and it helps me to be able to understand better. Make YouTube your friend today. If you've not thought of making use of your social media handles to study your books, I will advise you to start now. Start now. It's going to help you a lot, assimilate better, easier and faster. Okay, so with these few 5 steps that I've just mentioned, you must have been able to learn 1 or 2 things that has helped me navigate through nursing school, and I believe it's also going to help you if you inculcate these 5 steps. In summary, guys, like I said, these 5 steps is called PRESS. P stands for prayer. Pray like you've never studied your books. R stands for read like you don't even have a God factor in your life. E stands for eat. Make sure to eat always, because your brain needs glucose to assimilate all that you are studying. The S stands for start on time to study. Don't wait till it's the 9 minutes to exam before you begin to study. The 5th and the final letter, which is S, stands for make use of your social media handles. So with these few points of mine, I hope I'm able to convince you and not to confuse you that if you try so hard in your academics, you're going to achieve success at the end of it all. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.